So I've had this realization lately. The path to being a healer is one that it's super exciting and it can be really awesome at times. And other times it can be so incredibly lonely. I've been very much challenged lately. Energy has just been all over the place. It's been kind of an emotional roller coaster. Part of that has to do with a lot of the planetary alignments going on. I mean, it is just crazy. Pluto, for one, likes to just stir everything up, and I have Pluto in two of my signs right now, in both my sun sign and also my rising sign, and it's been back and forth between the two, and so I've almost been having like this, like where I'm literally battling myself, and it's been a little frustrating. And there's I also have I have a personal life too, and that's not always perfect, and I'm a human being like everybody else, and I am living a human life. I experience things, I experience losses, disappointments, frustrations, excitement, successes, all of that. I experience it all just like everybody else does. And lately I've been, having some personal challenges in my life as well. Business challenges, personal challenges, spiritual challenges. And it's kind of all been there all at the same time. And it's in these kinds of moments that I need to make sure that, I'm staying, that I have my tribe, and that I have those people, because if you are going down this spiritual journey, you need to have a tribe. You need to have people that you can turn to during those hard times and during the exciting good times. For me, I feel like every time I start to feel like I have this tribe of people, like it just disintegrates and disappears on me, once I let my guard down and I actually really start to trust the process, that it seems like I get slapped in the face and then it all comes crashing down. And lately that's kind of how it's felt. I really thought that I had this secure foundation of, a tribe made with people that understood me, that people that, got me, that people who, valued me, and I felt like I had that, and then it just felt like it just disintegrated into thin air and it just disappeared. And it wasn't a big tribe; it was a small tribe, but it felt like it really disappeared. And and I've talked to these people since who have pretty much assured me that no, it has not disappeared. But the energy is it's still different. It's still off. There's something not quite right about things that have taken place or that's going on. Something just doesn't quite sit right. It doesn't feel right to me. And that's the hard part with this, is that when you go on this journey, you need to have a tribe. You need to have those people, and you need to be able to fully trust those people to be there when you need them to be. And for me, it's difficult because I oftentimes don't feel like I have that. I have a lot of people that, claim and tell me that I'm part of their tribe, but really, what is a tribe? If you look back, throughout history, you look at those Native American tribes, and these groups like that, they were a community. They had their own lives, yes, they did, but their community and their group or their tribe was just as important as their own individual lives. Like, it was a balance, a perfect balance between the two there, and so the problem is that when I hear people that are like, yeah, like, yay, you're part of my tribe, and things like that, I think in my head, am I really? Because if you had to weigh out the importance between your group and your tribe and your personal life, would there be an equal balance between the two, or would one of those be more important to you than the other? And in my opinion, and from my understanding, and from what I've observed, and from what I have learned, looking back throughout history and stuff, and looking into these tribes and where this kind of thing came from and stuff, there was very much an equal balance between the two. And now in modern day, it's not like that. In modern day, people choose their individual personal lives over their tribe, and they do that again and again. And to me, then that's like having a false tribe. It's like having a security blanket or something that you can just dispose of when it's just not good enough for you anymore, and then you can move on to a next. And a real tribe doesn't do that. A real tribe stays together and sticks together 100%, throughout it all. There, there's an energetic balance between somebody that is invested in a tribe and is fully present in that, and you can feel that energy, and then in that balance coming from them. But then there's also that you can also feel when that energy is off, and when the tribe is no longer a top priority, and it's no longer as important. And for me, I've been on a search to find people who see having a tribe through the same eyes, and that see it the same way as me. And that's been a real struggle for me, trying to find, because I don't feel like I have found those people yet. I don't feel like I have found the people who value what it means to be part of a tribe, and be part of a community like that. I don't feel like I found people that value that the way that I do. And so when other people feel like I'm part of their tribe, I don't feel like that. And then at other times when I feel like I have found those people and I am part of that tribe, it feels like there's more of a give than there is. Like, it's just not a balance. And it gets frustrating, especially because it's very hard to find people that, view and see things the same way that I do. I very much don't see things in a modern way. I very much see things beyond what others see, and past what others see, figuratively speaking. But I see things in a historical point, and the way they were and the way of the future, but rarely do I see things in a modern setting. It's all, I have gifts of foresight and seeing ahead, and also these gifts of being able to understand the past more. And because of having that, most people are in a present moment, which is great to be in, but because they are so much just in the present moment, they don't see things beyond, and they don't see things past, and they don't see things ahead, and so they don't. What I'm seeing and what I feel is entirely different than what they do. And when I finally do start to kind of feel like there's this connection building, I feel like it gets pulled out from under me, and it's very frustrating. You know, but I have to keep reminding myself that, you know, divine timing is a thing, and that eventually I will find that tribe of people that understands the importance of it and values it to the extent that I do. Until then, you know, I have my mini tribes, I guess, that will come and go. And it's a waiting game. One day there will be a tribe for me that will be there, and a tribe that will stick around, and where the energy is good, and the energy is there, and the energy stays and remains good in there, and it doesn't, you know, fluctuate so much, or disappear and become just non-existent at all. So we'll wait and see. But anyway, you know, things are tough right now, and if you're feeling the energy shifts of things, it's gonna get better. Just hang in there, because it is kind of a rocky road right now for a lot of us, and I am definitely one of those that's feeling it. But you know, it doesn't change your purpose. It doesn't change what you're here to do. Doesn't change who you are. It just helps you to find who you are. So that's all. Take care.